Imagine a world where gravity doesn't hold you down, where you can glide effortlessly in any direction. That's the reality for ocean fish. They live in a realm most of us rarely see. It's a place of wonder and mystery, and it's right here on our own planet. The ocean covers more than 70% of Earth's surface, but we've only explored a tiny fraction of it. It's home to countless species of fish, from the tiniest minnows to the massive whale sharks. Each one has adapted to its unique underwater niche. They come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. Some glow in the dark. Others can change their appearance at will. These fish have been around for millions of years. They've seen the rise and fall of dinosaurs. They've survived ice ages and mass extinctions, and they're still here swimming in the depths. They're the silent witnesses to Earth's long history, and they hold secrets we're only beginning to uncover. But the underwater kingdom is under threat. Climate change, pollution, and overfishing are taking their toll. We're losing species faster than we can discover them. That's why it's crucial to understand these creatures, to learn their ways and protect their habitats. Because when we protect the ocean, we protect ourselves too. Fish aren't just mindless creatures swimming aimlessly. They've got complex behaviors that'll blow your mind. Take schooling, for instance. It's not just a bunch of fish swimming together. It's a coordinated dance, precise and purposeful. Each fish knows exactly where it needs to be. They move as one, like a single organism. But why do they do it? For starters, it's safer. More eyes mean more chances to spot predators. And when you're part of a big group, you're less likely to be the one that gets eaten. It's also more efficient for swimming. The fish in the middle of the school use less energy. They're drafting, like cyclists in a race. Not all fish are social butterflies, though. Some prefer the solitary life. Take the moray eel, for example. These guys are loners. They spend most of their time hiding in crevices. They only come out to hunt or mate. It's a different strategy, but it works for them. They're ambush predators, relying on stealth rather than strength in numbers. And then there are fish that fall somewhere in between. They might school as juveniles for protection, but as they grow, they become more independent, or they might gather in loose groups to feed or spawn. But they don't stick together all the time. It's all about adapting to their environment and lifestyle. Just when we think we've got fish figured out, they surprise us. Marine biologists are constantly making new discoveries. And let me tell you, some of these findings are mind-blowing. Take the cookie cutter shark, for example. Scientists recently found out it glows in the dark, but not all over, just its belly. It's like a built-in flashlight. Or how about the fact that some fish can recognize human faces? Yep, you heard that right. Researchers trained archer fish to pick out specific human faces from a lineup. These fish can spit water to knock insects into the water. But apparently they're also pretty good at facial recognition. Who would have thought? And then there's the discovery of the world's deepest fish. In 2014, scientists spotted a new species of snailfish. It was swimming at a depth of 26,722 feet. That's more than 5 miles down. At that depth, the pressure is crushing. It's like having 1,600 elephants standing on your head. But this little fish, it's right at home. These discoveries aren't just cool facts for trivia night. They're changing how we understand marine life. They're showing us how diverse and adaptable fish can be. And they're highlighting how much we still have to learn. The ocean is like a book we've barely started reading. Every page brings new surprises. Section 4. The intricate web of ocean life. The ocean isn't just a bunch of fish swimming around. It's a complex ecosystem. Every creature plays a role, and they're all connected in ways we're still figuring out. It's like a giant underwater game of Jenga. Remove one piece and the whole thing could come tumbling down. Take coral reefs, for example. They're not just pretty to look at. They're home to countless species of fish. Some fish eat the algae that grow on the coral. Others hide in the coral to avoid predators. And some, like parrotfish, actually help the coral grow. They eat the algae that could smother the coral, then they poop out sand. Yes, that beautiful white sand on tropical beaches. A lot of it is fish poop. But it's not just about who eats who. Fish also have complex relationships with other sea creatures. Some form symbiotic partnerships, like the clownfish and the sea anemone. The clownfish gets protection from the anemone's stinging tentacles. In return, it brings food to the anemone and keeps it clean. It's a win-win situation. And let's not forget about the big picture. Fish play a crucial role in the global ecosystem. They're a key part of the ocean's food web. They help regulate populations of other sea creatures, and they even affect the climate. Some fish transport carbon from the surface to the deep ocean when they die. It's all connected, from the tiniest plankton to the largest whales. Section 5. Unraveling the mysteries of marine ecosystems. Understanding marine ecosystems is like trying to solve a giant puzzle. We've got some of the pieces, but there's still a lot we don't know. And the more we learn, the more questions we have. It's a never-ending process of discovery, but it's crucial work because the health of our oceans affects us all. One of the big mysteries is how fish navigate. We know some use the Earth's magnetic field, but how exactly do they do it? And what about fish that make long migrations? How do they find their way across vast oceans? Scientists are working on these questions. They're using advanced tracking technologies, and they're making some fascinating discoveries. Another area of research is fish communication. We know fish make sounds, but what are they saying? And how do they interpret these sounds? Some scientists are using underwater microphones to eavesdrop on fish conversations. It turns out, fish have a lot to say. They make sounds to attract mates, warn of danger, and defend territory. And then there's the question of fish intelligence. For a long time, we thought fish weren't very smart, but recent research is changing that view. We now know that fish can use tools, solve problems, and even plan for the future. Some species of fish can count. Others can recognize themselves in a mirror. It's forcing us to rethink what we know about animal intelligence. Section 6. Why understanding ocean fish matters. So why should we care about all this fish business? Well, for starters, fish are a crucial food source for millions of people. Understanding their behavior and ecosystems helps us manage fisheries sustainably. It ensures we don't overfish and deplete populations, because once they're gone for good. But it's not just about food. Fish play a vital role in maintaining ocean health. They help keep coral reefs alive. They transport nutrients between different parts of the ocean, and they're an important part of the ocean's carbon cycle. By understanding fish, we can better protect our oceans, and healthy oceans are crucial for a healthy planet. There's also the economic aspect to consider. Fishing is a major industry in many parts of the world. And then there's tourism. People travel from all over to see coral reefs and colorful fish. By protecting fish and their habitats, we're also protecting jobs and livelihoods. But perhaps most importantly, understanding fish helps us understand ourselves. We're all part of the same planet, the same ecosystem. What happens in the ocean affects us on land, and vice versa. By studying fish, we learn about adaptation, survival, and the interconnectedness of all life. It's a reminder of our place in the natural world, and of our responsibility to protect it. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel, Lens of Life Unframed. Like, share, and help us grow so we can bring you more amazing content. Thank you for subscribing.